Hi there. I'm your host, Corinne, and this is Okay, But Are You Good? Where we check in on ourselves on a weekly basis to see how we're doing. Are we surviving out here? We're just trying to get by. This week, it's been a survival week for sure. There's way too much going on in all aspects of my life, and I just feel like I can't get it together, and I can't stop, or else I'm just going to fall behind. I wake up immediately thinking about everything I have to do that day, everything I have to do the next day, and it feels like even when I'm resting or about to fall asleep, I can't turn my brain off. So let's talk about what it's like to be in constant go mode and how to slowly step out of it. So let's paint the picture. What is it like to be in constant go mode? So little backstory is this saying is actually from one of my cousins that they grew up with of go, 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 having to just get stuff done. And we've kind of adopted that saying, and I totally get it now. Like the constant having to be prepared, the constant nonstop, and how you have to keep going so you don't fall behind because life is stressful and there's so much out of our control. So we try and control that by being nonstop. And lately, I feel like that mental checklist I have has just been growing, and it doesn't look like it's getting any smaller. And I feel like I just can't stop. I have had so much caffeine this week. It's like my body's 80% coffee and 20% whatever else. And when I have a lot going on, I feel like nothing's in my control, and that stresses me out. And I've been avoiding a lot of things because I just don't want to deal with them. So I just been sleeping when I can, even though, and I feel like this week I've just been hitting that gas pedal and staying in my same spot. I'm not going anywhere. And I've had so much going on that I have also been just avoiding certain aspects because I just mentally can't deal with it. And I think that's okay to just give yourself a little bit of a mental break. But because I kind of took a break, then now I feel like I'm so behind and I'm getting stressed out and I still haven't gotten anything done. And I think I'm just in this constant cycle of like, go, 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 staying productive, feeling great. And then I'm just so drained. And I feel like I'm behind now, even though in reality I'm not, but I'm scared to stop because then that list is just going to keep growing and growing. And aside from having a lot of things come up in my life, I think I like to stay busy because then I'm not overthinking things. Because when you're constantly busy, you can't sit and reflect on things that don't matter, the things that I always think like, oh, I shouldn't have said that or done this. And it causes me to mentally spiral. So it helps staying busy because I don't have time to stop and think. I just got to get on to the next thing. It helps me stay distracted. So I'm not focused on the past of what I could have said to upset someone. And I'm more focused on the present and the future. And sometimes when you are so busy, it is perceived as like they're killing it. They're the it person. They're nonstop. Like it's admirable. But when you're suffering, like how I kind of have been mentally, it's not really worth it, right? And also, no one is thinking about you and what you're doing. And if they are, maybe they need to get a little bit more busy because they might come off of as they're jealous and they can end up being rude to you. But I continue to get up. I can continue to just keep going because I'm trying to set my future self up for success. I'm hungry. I'm motivated to keep going because no one else is looking out for me. You know, maybe my husband, but other than that, I'm alone. I have to keep going because there's no one here to pick up the pieces when it falls apart. You have to be your own supporter first and foremost. And I think a little story time is all I've watched is the people, my loved ones around me, keep going when things get hard because we don't have that choice to just stop. The world does keep spinning, but does it keep spinning the way you want it to or how the other people in your lives want it to? It's that mentality that you got to keep going, you got to go, go, go because there's someone else that's just as tired as you and they didn't stop and they're super successful. So you got to keep going. And this past week, it like really hit me because I was so exhausted and I was still able to go to the gym, which was amazing, but I had to put some stuff aside. I couldn't get as ahead as I wanted because I had to prioritize more of my day-to-day stuff. I had to help some of my loved ones with things, so it took up more of my time. And now I'm just like, okay, you got thrown off your course, but the world didn't end. You're not super behind. You just got to keep going and go and plan out the schedule a little bit better. But things come up and it's hard, but it is what it is, right? However, I am feeling a bit run down. The motivation in me is lacking. I'm really trying to mentally push myself to just go. But after the week I've had, I did take some time for myself. I spent some time with my family, and you just have to keep going. And I think the biggest key is just getting a lot of sleep. And this is something I cannot figure out how to do. I am not one of those people that can get like less than 5 hours, have a 14-hour day, and then just keep going. I need like at least a good 7 hours. I think I slept like 11 hours last night, but it's because I didn't get a lot of sleep the night before because I stayed up late reading. It's the little things. I did a little me time. So, and I'm a night owl. I love to stay up late. So, and even though I have to wake up early the next day, I just can't figure it out. I can't give it up. I'm procrastinating. I'm my own worst enemy, as I've always said. But lack of sleep really struggle. Like you can't keep going with not the minimum or maximum amount of hours you need. Then you get emotionally exhausted, which I have been, and a little more irritated than I wanted to be. But at least I'm self-aware. I know I have to really work out my sleep schedule and prioritize that. Really maybe minimize to 3 tasks that day and not 15, which I feel like I've been doing because I'm not getting that much stuff done even though I would like to. I'm trying to slow down. I'm trying to basically write in time to rest because we all need that. We need a quick break because we're in constant go mode. And I know I've been extra go because I had 2 really fun weekends. My best friend got married and they live across the country. So that was a long trip, a long haul, but it was so worth it. But I had to do things ahead of time. And then I was so exhausted coming back. So I couldn't really do the other tasks I wanted to do to get ahead because I have a lot of really exciting things coming up in the next few weeks, months. So I'm trying to get ahead, be organized. But I'm just so exhausted. I'm just one little trip, I'm wiped out now. It used to not be like that. And the caffeine ain't really doing much anymore. It's 3 coffees a day now, which 2 really should be my personal max. But another thing I like to do to kind of exit this constant go mode is to read a book or watch a movie. And I did both this weekend. I finished a book that I already read but didn't realize it until the next day because I was like, oh, this sounds so familiar. And I texted my friend about it and we were just cracking up because I first was like, oh, I didn't know this series came out with another book. And then I read it and I was like, wait, I've already read this a year ago. I don't have a running book list. I guess I should, but it was still good since I didn't realize until the end. And it's so important to give yourself time to take a break. And I did. And I'm working on not feeling guilty about it because life is still going to be fine. I'm not super far behind. So I'm just trying to be even more organized and just do a few things a day instead of 100. But because I'm always trying to give myself time to chill out, reset, so I'm in a good mood. I'm not unnecessarily rude because no one wants to be around someone that's like that. And I just really want to be happy present and in the future and just really living my best life. I'm trying to prioritize myself and my future self and my family. And that's all you really can do is your best. And you have to remember, busy isn't always better and rest isn't wasted time. So this week, try and schedule 30 minutes of unstructured rest and don't apologize for it. And I'll catch you all next week. Thank you so much for listening in and make sure to like and subscribe.